Hello everyone, welcome back to JDC Studio. My name is Jacob, and you read the title, right? I am going to be doing another NCS song ranking. However, it's going to be over a different selection of songs, specifically the ones in the album NCS times GD. For those of you who don't know, NCS stands for No Copyright Sounds, one of the largest musical outlets in the world for music that's free to use in your videos without fear of getting copyright claims. And GD stands for Geometry Dash, a game that the best that I can explain it is it's like a platformer, but kind of different. I've never really played it officially, but I have seen many gameplay videos of it, not the ones that uses Creo's music. But guys, can y'all stop calling Sphere Zodiac? Zodiac is the name of the level. Sphere is the name of the song. I mean, it literally says the name of the song right there at the bottom of the page. So if you just put your eyes on the bottom half of the screen, okay, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to have a little fun. But anyway, back to the main point. To put it simply, the NCS times GD album was a wild ride. It got an insane amount of hype because pretty much every artist who made a song for the event was one of the well-known NCS OGs, making a return to contribute, or super popular artists that were known elsewhere that came onto NCS to join in on the fun. And I couldn't have been more grateful for their appearances, as they brought with them some of the best electronic music genres known to man, such as complextro, synthwave, disco plug, and even animal step. What's even crazier is that we got the first new NCS visualizer shape, which was a square. I'm guessing it was to represent that one GD character. And we'll dive deeper into these crazy details after I get some announcements out of the way. First of all, from now on in my song ranking videos, I'm now going to be including my rating out of 100 for every song after my explanation. I'm doing this so you guys kind of have a better understanding of how much I actually like the song. And the explanations are really just there to give y'all some background information or context, as well as anything that I think is worth mentioning, good or bad. Also, I haven't forgot about that Minecraft series I started, H&J City Tours, where I show you guys parts of H&J City. I haven't abandoned the series, don't worry. It's just that I've been kind of slow to think of stuff to do for the Tarnra town. I at least want to have a base frame for what I'm showcasing, so you guys at least know what I'm going for. But now that I'm almost finished with that section, I'm thinking I might be able to premiere episode 3 somewhere around the end of March, if not sometime in April. However, that's not a guarantee because it's very possible that something could get in the way that I'm not thinking of right now, and for other reasons that I've already explained in the outro of my other NCS video. And speaking of NCS, that's actually all I have for this intro, so let's get right into the ranking. Number 12, and yes, there are only 12 songs in this album, a significant decrease from last video, is Ruins by LXNGVX and DJFKU. I'm not really sure why I put this song in last. It's a good use of DNB, and the orchestral parts are solid. But I mean, that's only part of it because the Vox melody in the last half is cool and creative. I give this a 76 out of 100. By far the best song that I've ranked to last place in one of my ranking videos. Number 11 is Citadel by Boom Kitty and Waterflame? Yeah, this is what I mean by new artists, and there's a ton more coming just to prepare you. And don't let my ranking poison the fact that I still think this was a great debut. If there is a holdback, it's probably because the intro and drop sound too similar, but that doesn't mean the sound design isn't good. It's an excellent combination of bass house and some type of orchestra, and I'm glad to see it on the event. I give it a 79 out of 100. Number 10 is Boogie by Zach Swinner, Frozy, and Joyful. Both the most boring song here for being super repetitive despite only being 2 minutes and 3 seconds long, but also the most unique song here for being of the disco plug genre, which I'm pretty sure is new on NCS, but correct me if I'm wrong. I'd also like to say something about the level in that I love how everything from the second drop on acts as a hall of fame for a lot of nostalgic games that we played. I give this a 79 out of 100. Number 9 is Back on Dash by DJ VI. Funny that we're going straight from the last song in the album to the first song. And it's a remake of Back on Track, the song used in the second main level, by the original guy on NCS. I'd think most people would be amazed by it, especially NCS and Geometry Dash fans, but it seems like this song is actually getting a lot of backlash. The only speculation I can think of is the different time signature, which I think is just 4/4 swing, but I'm pretty sure that was the whole point of the remix. I give it an 81 out of 100. Can't ever be the Backstreet boy you want me to. Number 8 is Backstreet Boy by Netrum and Halverson. Is it just me or have they made a lot of songs together? The theme seems to revolve around not wanting to be like your friends or resisting peer pressure to be like their interests or something like that. The instrumentation has its ups and downs, the ups being, well, that it's a synthwave song, that groove and bass line, and that like 1 second of auto-tune vocals. I'll also tribute to all the references to the other NCS x GD songs, but I'm not going to spoil them for NCS newcomers. I give this an 84 out of 100. Number 7 is Cheat Codes by Tokyo Machine, one of the only artists that I feel like hasn't fallen off in the last couple of years. He really proves himself with the Desperate remix and this. If you want to know what I mean, just listen to the last half of the first drop. The first half is decent, but nothing too crazy, and I really like the Flee the Facility type vibe going on with the alarm sounds in the intro. Great listen. I give this an 85 out of 100. Number 6 is Button Masher by MDK. Look what we got here, Complextro chiptune. NCS really shows you what can be mashed together, huh? The melodies, especially in the beginning and the end, are phenomenal, and the chiptune personally reminds me of people like Nitro Fun. But the middle section is the superior part of the song with a fluttering bass chord and pretty much every instrument in the song, which just sounds wild. I give this an 85 out of 100. Number 5 is Duckstep by Temanite and Chime. Heads up, I have a lot to say about this one. I never thought I would enjoy a song full of duck sounds this much, since I usually find them annoying, but here I am. And to add to the benefit, this song has a lot of variety for being 3 minutes and 30 seconds. The intro awakens us with the fiercest chord a human ear has ever heard. The pre-drop introduces the quacks and goes into another chiptune-y state. The drop is fire with chime sounds in the last part, get it? But the thing that caught my attention the most is the future bass organ-like chords in the middle section. They sound like they came straight from Edges and Ankles, a future-based garage band pack that I adored a few years back, so this section overwhelmed me with nostalgia on first listen. Then another build-up, which is even better than the first one in my opinion, and then wait, is this even the drop? Yeah, then all of a sudden it turns completely empty. But things finally go back to normal in the last half of the drop, which is pretty much the same, and then the song abruptly ends. Although the song has parts that fall into pretty big pitfalls, the sheer amount of variety that keeps you on your toes is enough to make up for it. I give it an 87 out of 100. Number 4 is Retrospective by JJD and Alex Scrinjo. Remember how songs Entropy and Jumbo got second and first place in my last video? Well yeah, it's him. Now taking on Glitch Hop for the first time? The sound design is clean and humble with a kinda heroic sounding first build up, an exciting and longing drop melody, and a chill atmosphere. This sure was a better remake of Adventure than a new Adventure was. I give it a 90 out of 100, which by the way is still 1 point below Adventure, but just because it's the OG. Number 3 is Noel Electra by Everett Maxwell. Man, was I stupid to not use the song in my Christmas special. I only discovered this a week after it was too late from another video ranking these songs, but I did see the thumbnail many times while on YouTube around that time. Anyway, the main thing putting this song so high is that not only does it have a Christmas spirit infused with a mid-tempo bass, melodic dubstep, complextro, whatever the genre is, but they even use the melodies of some well-known Christmas carols like We Three Kings, Carol of the Bells, and God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. They seriously make the song 3 times better. The only semi-issue is the lack of good bass in some parts like the build-ups, but it's done masterfully well in other parts such as the mid-break point. I give this a 91 out of 100. Number 2 is Skyline Part 2 by Coven and Electrolyte. Seemingly the last sequel of a generational NCS song, and in my opinion the best one, no questions asked. The lyrics are one of the coolest sounding and most inspirational things on the label, and if you snuck up to my room when I thought nobody was watching me, chances are you'd hear me singing along to it. They're just that good. The song in general just gives off such a joyful vibe too. I do find it interesting that almost nothing about the song resembles the original Skyline, like the key, whether there's lyrics or no lyrics, the genre, although they technically do both branch off of house, and even variations of the chord progression. But on this occasion, it doesn't bother me one bit, because this approach was beyond successful, and unlike retrospective, I think this actually beats the original. I give this a 94 out of 100. Fantastic return for both artists. However, the same goes for the next song. And number 1 is Geometry by Tobu and Diviners. This might be surprising to a lot of you guys because although not as hated as Back on Dash, I've seen lots of other NCS x GD album rankers rank this song super low, a majority of them being anywhere in the bottom 3, but I feel the exact opposite. I get that some people might think the drop melody is too simple or that it's not too obvious what Diviners did, but I don't care. That intro melody you just heard is such an attention grabber, and it brings you into something even better. A deep, emotional, pad-filled adventure, with bass walls being added in, and then an exotic melody which boosts the feeling by a full 10. And you can't forget about the middle section, with that indescribable arpeggio and piano melody combo. Man, that part is just unbelievable. I'm so glad my school computer decided for once to send me a notification that the song released. I truly needed it. I give this song a 95 out of 100. Not a perfect 100 just because it's kinda short and could have had more, but those are nothing more than personal preferences. And say what you will, but Geometry is my favorite song from the NCS x GD album. So what are your opinions on these songs? Do you feel the same way? Do you feel differently? Are there any opinions or ratings here that you agree or disagree with? Feel free to have a discussion in the comments, but as always, be respectful and understand that these are all just opinions.